Coming up on Down Under EV Adventures, I give you an update on the battery storage for my solar system, including some good news if you live here in Western Australia. Welcome back everyone to the channel. So we've got a little bit of an update about my battery situation. So as you know, I had this solar system installed just a few weeks ago, about 4 or 5 weeks ago here in Kalgoorlie, and at the same time I was supposed to get the battery installed and also another car charger. Now they were running a little bit late, so they delayed the installation of the battery, and it could end up being fortuitous to us because we've just had an election here in Western Australia. Now, the Labor government got re-elected, and this is not a political discussion, this episode, so please, I don't really care who you vote for. I don't want to hear that in the comment. But they do have a policy where they're going to give you a rebate if you get a battery installed at your house. Now, the rebate varies between $5,000 and $8,500 depending on where you live. Now, typically, to give you an example, batteries will cost around about $10,000 in Western Australia, and that's to get a 10 kilowatt battery. Now, the one that we're installing is 3 modules, 3 times 3.2 kilowatts, giving a total of 9.6 kilowatts. Now, when I rang the dealer, the solar people who installed it, they told me that they're unsure of what's happening with the policy. Apparently it's thrown the solar and battery industry in Western Australia into a little bit of turmoil in the last few days since Labor got re-elected. Now the reason is because a lot of people have decided to put off installing this until they know for sure whether they can get the rebate or not. Now, it was very kind of them to put my job on hold. I mean, I didn't ask them to do it, but I guess they're happy to do the right thing by me to ensure that I might get the rebate. Now this will effectively mean that I might pay for half of what I was going to pay for my battery. Now, they don't know the full story, the ins and outs of exactly how the rebate scheme is going to work. For example, they don't know if there's an absolute cutoff point of 10 kilowatts or whether my system, my battery system at 9.6 kilowatts will qualify or not. Now, it could be that I might have to purchase another module, another 3.2 kilowatts, and end up having about a 12 kilowatt battery to enable me to get the rebate, but it will still work out cheaper for me even if I have to pay a few $1,000s extra, because with the rebate I will get some money back. But if not, if my 9.6 kilowatt system qualifies, then it means that I will get back the full $5,000. Now, another thing that they don't know about is whether the rebate can be done the way that they do the solar. So when you buy solar in Western Australia, the company usually handles all the rebates itself, and the consumer just has to do nothing. They just get the money knocked off their bill. Now, they don't know whether that's going to be the same with the batteries, or whether the consumer has to pay the upfront cost and then claim the rebate back later. Now, the reason why it's thrown it all into turmoil, like I said, was because people are cancelling the job, and the reason is because the government hasn't fully finalised all the details regarding the rebate. So people have decided they're just going to wait. So it could be as late as the 1st of July before the scheme actually goes into force, which means that they won't be able to install my battery until after this date. So, that's a few months away. I could go ahead and ask them to complete the job, but that means I would miss out on the rebate. But apparently a lot of solar installers now in Western Australia, their work has just come to a grinding halt because people are just cancelling the jobs or putting it on hold until they know what's happening with the scheme. And I guess the government doesn't want to stuff it up. They want to do the right thing and make sure, that there's no dodgy people trying to take advantage of it, because, unfortunately these things do happen when there's rebates involved and you get a few cowboys thinking they can do it. And, we're dealing with electricity here, and electricity can kill. that's the situation here in Western Australia at the moment. We're all just going to have to wait until we know more. And I'm sort of happy that I can get a rebate. I think it's probably worthwhile us waiting. And I don't think the government's going to go back on their word. Now in the meantime, we've constructed just some temporary shade here for our inverter, because it gets a little bit of afternoon sun. You may have seen here in the footage, just a bit of shade cloth. And then once the battery's installed, we're going to put some proper shade cloth up all along this wall of the house here, because it does get, like I said, a bit of afternoon sun. But luckily the weather is cooling down here. It's definitely heading into autumn. The days are getting shorter, and that's welcome. But luckily we've got a great spread of solar over the roof, so we're generating plenty of electricity. That is the situation in WA as it stands at the moment. So you live in Western Australia, are you thinking about getting solar or a battery? What do you think about the rebates? Would that sway you into getting one? I think it is a good time to buy. I don't think anything's ever going to get cheaper than what it is at the moment. And if you live in other parts of Australia, have you got a battery already? Let us know in the comments. I'd like to know, and how you're enjoying it. Does it help you with your costs? And, you know, a shout out to the people over there in the eastern states who are using their EVs as a backup power source with all the power cuts, with all the flooding and everything going on in Queensland. And finally, I'll just say hi to my big brother there in Canberra. And here's him with his battery storage system he's got. I have covered it on the channel before, so you can go back and have a look at that episode if you like. I'll put a link in the description where I interview him last year when I went for a trip over there. And he talks all about his Tesla battery storage that he's got. So you can go and have a look at that, and it gives you some bit of information about, you know, another state other than Western Australia. But like I said, wherever you are watching, if you've got battery storage or solar, let us know in the comments how you're going. Is it saving you money? What do you think about the rebates? Do you think it's a good idea? Be interested to hear your thoughts. Alright, that's it for today. As usual, take good care wherever you are out there. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon with more on Down Under EV Adventures. Bye for now.